live.
Hello.
Hello, 5 people who are listening to this. Uh,
We back.
yes, we are back to discuss Cedric, the problem of
Yeah,
Cedric.
which we discovered and only remembered about last time.
Yeah, because fucking Cedric is so forgettable. And what we've come across in our research for this week is that he was just the utility tool for the writers, of which he can just do whatever the hell to solve or create problems as the writers saw fit. It's so bananas. So we're
Yeah,
gonna
it's so bad. Like basically the writers made him able to make openings in the veil whenever he wanted. So it's like the veil is basically useless. Yeah, it's useless. So that's like a huge plot hole thing. So we're just gonna fix that, make him not so OP, and
he must be fixed. He must be reskinned because otherwise none of this makes any goddamn sense.
pretty much. So I guess in terms of Cedric, to recap, he's one of the people that Phobos ended up also growing up with.
Kind of, let's say.
Kind of. And then he became Phobos's left-hand man, the type who's going out on missions to, I guess, infiltrate or like info gather secretly, undercover, basically. I don't know. He's like the one-man CIA.
Interesting question.
And
Are he and Caleb friends?
yeah. Oh, and we also like took away his shape-shifting powers and gave that to Phobos instead.
Yeah, we did do that.
Mm-hmm.
So we have to get rid of the fact that he can just apparently rip holes in the barrier, because that's crazy talk. And the entire drama of the series is undercut by that. Like, I remember the one thing that I remember from which it lives rent-free in my brain is when, like, Elliot's getting upset with the Guardians because she's been kind of gaslit by these dudes, and she's like, because of the barrier you protect, Metamoor sucks. And it's like, actually, no. You've got a friend that can literally rip holes in it. That is so fucking crazy.
Yeah, and like, it's supposed to keep them out and like keep them from conquering other worlds, but clearly it's not working. Or if we're gonna fix that.
You have a character
and
that can
also
rip holes in this thing that stops things happening, then it's not really stopping
pretty much.
anything.
Yeah, so unfortunately we'll have to like pick apart this whole thing without Kate today.
Yeah, it's not
sad.
Kate's got work all weekend, which sounds like a real bummer.
Yeah, it's so unfair.
I know, her boss sucks.
But yeah, we'll do our best.
Yeah, we will do what we can to make
I guess
sense
we
of this.
start with starting point of Cedric. Gosh.
The starting point of Cedric.
The starting point of Cedric. First of all, well, I mean, he's supposed to be undercover on Earth as this bookseller named Cedric Hoffman. And he's supposed to like gain the trust of Alien so that he could basically take her to Phobos. And he somehow does this as a bookstore owner. But I guess the first thing we'll have to talk about is how he gets through the veil the first time.
Okay. Does he leave before the veil is intact?
Wait, okay. So we need to timeline a bit, because the veil is up when? Is it when the queen is, or when Phobos is in power? Or like at the start of his quote-unquote reign?
I feel like they probably wouldn't start like implementing harsh things like that until Phobos has proven himself to be a threat. So probably once he's starting to do conquest on other worlds, they're like, oh shit. Okay.
Oh yeah, that's true. Yeah, maybe it would be like, oh wait, didn't we have a thing where the veil was put up to prevent him from being able to find Alien right away?
What? Did we do that? Is that a decision we made?
Or maybe that was back when he was still kind of dumb with how evil he was.
That could be when we decided that. I don't really know what our decision with the veil was. We should probably make that decision like now, honestly.
Yeah, I think maybe while Phobos hasn't really, basically he hasn't been proven guilty of anything yet, so the veil's not up yet.
Yeah.
So it should be easy for Cedric to try to track down Alien.
Yeah. Wait.
And I guess it would make sense also that he wouldn't really know exactly where she went yet.
Wait, okay, but that raises the question of where did Elian go and how old is she in our incarnation? Because who took her there
I think we
otherwise?
talked about her being too young to rule on her own, basically, and
So like
she
a
was
toddler?
whisked away by her nanny or something like that.
So she was like a toddler or something.
Yeah, toddler.
Okay.
And
Sure.
probably raised in, like those mystery babies that show up and then like a couple finds her and then, oh, what a cute baby, and we wanted to have a child, so let's raise her type of
So
thing.
she has like a Moses thing going on. Okay.
Yeah. Alien Moses thing.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
Metamoses. Okay.
And
so...
like, I guess Earth was where she went or something. I'm not sure. Would Cedric know that she went to Earth right away, or
I feel like he would have to take some time to track her down.
mm-hmm.
Maybe
Yeah.
that's a way that we can see his weird veil ripping powers. Is like he maybe change that into like just general being able to like go places instead of very specifically ripping holes in the veil. We could make it so that he can just like kind of blink.
Actually, how would world travel work? Like in between worlds, is that supposed to be a normal thing, or only a few people could do that?
I would say give a stupid power like that to Caleb. To Caleb, because no, not Caleb. To Cedric. Sorry.
We keep saying not Cedric's name.
Look, it's been a long week. I probably injured myself doing 3D work this week. My brain is not here.
Yeah. Like I called him Phobos and you called him Caleb.
Yeah.
Poor guy.
We should give that power to Cedric. That seems like the kind of thing that, as somebody that's doing like espionage for the king, he would have.
Oh yeah.
We should give him.
Yeah, that would make sense. That would be cool.
Yeah, we should give him like a nerfed version of like Dimension Door, basically.
Yeah. Like maybe only he and whoever he's attached to can go through the thing.
Yeah.
And maybe should we do like a restriction to that? Like, or maybe no.
Well, I mean, would
it like take a lot of power from him so that he'd have to recuperate a bit before doing it again?
Yeah, that makes sense. It seems like that would be a big spell for him.
Okay, so yeah, he can transport himself, but he can't rip open like holes for everybody.
Yeah.
Or not really holes. Well, I mean, the veil's not there yet, but like holes in the continuum, whatever.
Sure.
Space.
Yeah.
Holes in space. So I guess that's how he goes to Earth?
Yes.
Well, I mean, he wouldn't go there right away, but yeah, how he kind of tries to track down Elian. Like he goes world to world. Wait, how would he track Elian though?
I think shape-shifting is a good idea. And we can kind of keep, like, I don't think that only one person would be able to shapeshift in all of Metamoor. So maybe
But how would shapeshifting help him track?
He could turn into a dog, track or scent, maybe?
Or maybe instead of shapeshift, what if he could still be an enhanced human that could detect magic or something?
Okay, yeah.
So he could detect Elian or like the Guardians if they're nearby, or somebody who's potentially a threat.
Yeah. He could just be the human version of the detect magic spell. Yeah, he'd just be walking around like magic detector Cedric.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it would also kind of make sense with espionage.
Yeah, no, this is good. We've come up with a great skill set for him that really works with his like new
He's now a D&D stealth character.
Yeah. This is great, actually. We've come up with... This is a good toolkit for him. Okay.
Yeah, because I don't know how I feel about Snake Man Cedric.
Bara Snake Guy.
I mean, we only really need one in this universe.
Yeah, we don't need that many snakes. Taylor Swift is enough.
Yeah.
Okay.
So he's like trying to detect magic alien wherever he goes. Yeah, this is gonna be a long mission for him. Maybe as he's going through worlds, maybe he's also giving like intel about the state of the kingdom or whatever is established in the world that he's currently in, for like not Cedric, for Phobos's plans. Can he send messages remotely, like a telepathic thing?
I don't think telepathy, but what might be fun is if he had like a messenger hawk or something.
Ooh,
Because I like the idea of
wait.
being able to send messages across all of these planes.
I feel like it would be kind of inefficient if he would have to go someplace, then go back, then go someplace, then go back. Yeah, I think he'd have to have some sort of way to communicate with Phobos directly.
Okay.
Maybe Caleb? I don't know.
Oh.
I don't know. Are they friends?
That was my question.
Maybe...
I don't know if they're friends.
They could be rivals or something. One-way rivals.
They could be rivals and have like a little bit of homoerotic tension. Like give the gays throw the gays a bone, because this series is like alarmingly heterosexual. Up until the end where
alarmingly. That's true. Maybe it could be like Cedric. Maybe he perceives Phobos as favoring Caleb more.
Yeah.
And then Caleb's just also kind of not really caring. So maybe Cedric feels kind of this inferiority complex, basically one-way rivaling Caleb for the favor of Phobos.
As a result of this one-way rivalry, like, he's always kind of aggressively flirting with him. Like, you're never gonna be as good as me, and like pitting him against walls and shit. Like, look, as a gay, I'm sorry for this content.
Yeah, I mean it makes sense.
Yes.
But yeah, it would be like a one-way rival thing, I presume.
Yeah, I also kind of want to make them like I'm gonna have to bring Homestuck into this to explain it, but like black relationship sort of thing, like spades, where they're like they hate each other, but they're also like super duper fucking. Oh yeah,
Homestuck reference, yes.
Yeah, I'm very sorry.
Yeah, they would be spades.
I had to do it to them, all 5 of them, but like. Yeah, have them have like a spades relationship where they hate each other, but also they're just constantly boning.
Gosh.
Yeah, let's introduce some adult themes into this already very political thing that we've come up with.
Well, I mean, we were kind of dipping our toes in it with the mention of torture last time.
Yeah. Oh my god, is he into it? Is he like, joke's on you, I'm into this?
Like Cedric or
like Caleb when he gets like captured and is like being tortured. Is he like, I like this though? You fucked up.
My headcanon would be he would be kind of oblivious unless acted upon. That kind of thing.
Oh my god.
So maybe yes?
So he's like a Nozaki type. He's like, he just does not get anything ever.
Cedric.
Okay, I love this. I love this for him.
Yeah, I guess basically that. And then, yeah, the whole communication thing would it be like a messenger hawk or like a telepathy thing? Or, because if it's a messenger hawk, would he have to open a hole for it also?
That's a good question. Okay, maybe instead of a messenger hawk, he could do like, you know how in Harry Potter they have those pen sieves? Instead of making it like, instead of having his like memories extracted or whatever, because that takes so long, they could just use them as like as a messaging device. Like they could just look into it. Yeah, like a scrying sort of thing.
Yeah, like the thing they did in like Percy Jackson books, where you find a body of water and then do a little thingy, and then it connects you to whoever you need to connect to.
Yes, exactly that. Yes.
Okay, so he could do that.
Yeah,
as long as I guess
thing on him.
Water.
Yeah. Yeah.
So like scrying is the thing he does to inform or like give Phobos intel.
I mean, that makes a lot of sense for him, I think.
Yeah, so I guess we kind of sorted out how he communicates and also tracks Elian. So I think there's no problems maybe moving on to the part where he's in Earth.
Okay, alright, let's move on to that then.
Okay, so I guess he's still Cedric Hoffman on Earth.
We keep his stupid name. No shade to the Cedric Hoffmans out there. I'm sure there's maybe 5.
Yeah. Okay, do we have issues with him being a trustworthy bookstore owner that somehow manages to gain Elian's trust?
Honestly, I have nothing against that. I feel like as somebody that is always going out on these, like, what's it called, missions, like, these covert ops missions, he's always having to do that anyway, to get into the good graces with whatever king or whatever he needs to be, like, trying to gain power from. So that's not a big deal to me. I think he is definitely very capable of that.
Yeah, I think so. Also, like maybe he also observes what Elian does normally, and maybe she frequents the bookstore. And would he take over, or would he get himself employed? Would he replace the owner?
I think maybe he just gets that job through legitimate means, and like at first, like he just works his way up from like assistant to owner of the bookshop when the owner dies. Like he proves himself
Oh
to be
yeah,
like
like
good enough at all
maybe
those things.
we can make the bookshop owner be like this old man, and then he doesn't have anybody to take over for him when he's gone, and then we can give like Cedric this whole bond where
Yeah,
he actually cares about this place.
and that could be like the beginnings of the stirrings of love that he feels in later arcs, where he's like
Yeah.
when he apparently has like romantic interests, which is honestly like okay, but like sure, this
Yeah, like
guy is
I think
romantic.
we could start him off with like familiarizing him with emotions,
Yeah, giving him the
basically.
concept of like love of community and love of family.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe he's like a
Yeah.
surrogate grandson to this guy a little bit.
Yeah, that would be sweet.
Yeah, give him a little bit, like give him a crumb of niceness.
Yeah, for now at least.
Yeah.
Oh, right. I guess we have to talk about apparently in the comic, once he starts getting to know Elian and maybe like becoming some sort of guiding person in her life, maybe when she's having like teen problems and she just goes to the bookstore to relax and stuff. Basically, the comic says that he teaches her how to hone her magic powers once they start kind of growing and like
Okay.
she doesn't know how to control them yet, supposedly.
Yeah, I do remember him
Uh,
doing that like a little bit in the comic. I don't remember it being a big deal, but I do recall there were like bits where he's like, "Yes, yes, do this," and it's like, "Okay,
Oh
man,
yeah,
calm down."
kind of creepy
Yeah.
though.
Um.
Maybe he has to be better. We're making him better at his job.
Yeah. We're making him a more competent Cedric.
Yeah,
Okay.
like somebody that Phobos would want as his left hand man.
Yeah. So this bookshop, does it have anything like on magical abilities, or is it just like is it like a travel bookstore? What kind of bookstore is this?
uh,
Is it like national?
maybe if he wants to gain Elian's trust, he should have like cited references.
Yeah, okay, sure. He has like a whole history of Metamoor section that he brought with him.
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah, like he could. I mean, the veil's not up at this point anyway,
yeah, he
so
could have
he
carded some
could
with.
probably, yeah, for his to make him more convincing as smart, knowledgeable bookstore owner.
Yeah, okay.
Okay, so that's how maybe. Oh, I guess we kind of established that Elian kind of ends up maybe they meet in the bookstore one time, and then he's maybe not being a creep. He's not being a creep and kind of gets to know her gradually
Yeah.
and then becomes kind of like a, I don't know, a barista you would be familiar with or a waiter that knows your order, that
Yeah.
kind of thing.
Like kind of like you're a regular at their place of work.
Yeah. And, oh, wait. Should we make it kind of like, because if it's just a bookstore, then she would just buy a book and then go. Should we make it like a cafe type of thing?
Coffee
Book
shop
cafe?
AU. We've made this a coffee shop AU.
Yeah, we do.
I mean,
Well, I mean,
actually, like we could make it like Power Books was in the early 2000s, where it was like
yeah.
it had that cafe element, but it was mostly a bookstore.
Yeah, or like the fully booked in BGC with like a whole other floor for the cafe and then
Yeah,
there's like the rest is like the bookstore.
yeah,
I mean, if I was Alien, I'd want to hang out there.
yeah. I mean, it wouldn't be like as metropolitan as these places that we're suggesting.
Yeah.
It would probably just be like the small bookstore, but like with a few tables and a coffee shop
Yeah.
attached. But
Like
yeah,
cozy.
yeah, like a cozy little coffee shop that has a bookstore attached to it. Nothing
Yeah,
insane,
that
but like
yes.
yeah, I'm here for
Like
this.
something an old man would convincingly own.
Yeah, not like a chain of a super huge bookstore. Yeah, no,
Yeah.
this is great. I like this. Okay, yeah.
Yeah, I think it's nice.
Yeah, and
I
like
think we could go with that, yeah.
yeah, so she can be like really angsty because, you know, teenagers are angsty. Plus she's like not from this world, so she's like
Yeah, maybe she's like having trouble making friends.
Yeah, she's having trouble making friends that aren't the girls that we...
Oh, wait.
Yeah, she's already kind of
Now
friends
that
with
we're
the
kind
witch
of...
girls at the start, right? Isn't that a thing?
Yeah, I think she's friends with Cornelia most. Like, she's closest with Cornelia, but she's also friends with the others.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh gosh, I guess that we're kind of crossing over to the alien part.
Well, it's about
Does
time.
she know that she's not from this world?
I don't think she would know, but you know how teenagers are, where they're like, nobody understands me, I don't belong here. Like, that's
yeah,
very
that's true.
believable for her character to be having these like, feelings. I know I had
Yeah,
those
I think...
feelings when I was 14, so...
Yeah. I think she'd have human problems, like normal human problems, not enhanced human problems.
Yeah.
So maybe Cedric also kind of is like a big brother figure.
Yeah, yeah, I like that. He just, like, be there at the coffee shop / bookshop, and just, like,
Gosh, the betrayal's gonna be so spicy.
Oh my god, right? Just, like, throw her books on the... Like, throw her bag on the ground and be like, fuck this, nobody gets me. And he'll just be there,
Yeah.
like, give it here. Come sit on the sofa, let's have a chat. Like, that's a good little, foundation for their relationship, and then just, like, the spiciest betrayal of all time.
Yeah, I mean, that's gonna be so sad, but also, yes.
Yes, absolutely.
Yes. We need that MSG.
Yes.
Yeah, we've actually established most of the foundations for the Cedric alien thing on Earth.
Yeah.
And also kind of started touching on alien, but I'm kind of thinking, is there anything else we need to discuss before we start basically moving on into the actual story arc? Oh yeah. Oh, sorry. I clapped. So, like, when does the veil actually happen? I think we need to figure out the veil thing.
Yeah, there needs to be an actual concrete timeline where Phobos is actually doing stuff that would make the veil become a thing.
Maybe when Caleb outs the whole thing and starts the rebellion, would that be like sort of a sign for Kandrakar to maybe... Or wait, how would people know about Phobos? Well, wait, Caleb would know about the plans of Phobos to, like, try to conquer other worlds, wouldn't he?
Yeah, he'd be privy to that stuff, yeah.
So I guess along with the whole outing of basically what... I was about to say Cedric, but what Phobos was doing to get into power, he also basically tells everybody, this guy's horrible, he's gonna try to conquer other lands on this throne that he never was supposed to have, that kind of thing.
I mean, these are all very good, spicy takes, but I don't think that the people of Metamoor would be particularly upset about him, like, wanting to take over other land. Like...
Oh yeah, well, I think the footnote of the whole... Basically, the main reason why they would want to go against him is because of how he
took power.
Yeah, he's basically a lying snake who...
Literally.
Yeah.
Okay.
And was basically not doing a lot of what he was saying, but some of it he was doing, but just to save face, and he's not actually doing.
Okay.
I'm trying to think, why would Kandrakar put up the veil?
I think we should keep why they do it, but it's not a question of why, but a question of when. Because this guy is such a giant piece of shit, but, like, we don't know why when they do that, because there's no concrete timeline.
Oh yeah, the why was because he wanted to basically conquer other worlds, right?
Yeah.
Or, like, well, before he was trying to destroy other worlds, but we made him smarter. So I guess maybe when they were basically trying to stop this tyrant from gaining even more power by conquering other worlds, they put up the veil. So I guess that's the why.
Yeah, that's a good.
And then the when would be when they find out that he's a tyrant. So when would that be?
I don't know. Can we make it obvious that he's a tyrant?
Actually, how does Kandrakar know things?
They have all those little bubbles with the world views in them, right? Like, that's...
Oh, so they're just like watching World Channel bubbles.
Yeah, don't they just, like, live in the clouds and, like, watch everybody's dumb bullshit all the time?
Yeah. With the popcorn.
Yeah, they're just like, I don't care. I'm just gonna snack while I watch these people suffer.
Well, I mean, they would care once there's some suffering part, but I guess in times of peace, they're just like, come on, guys, let's just eat some snacks. Sit back, relax.
Yeah, pretty much. That's like all they do, really.
World Channel and chill.
Meridian, suffer and chill.
So I guess would they have like this protocol thing where if a world is basically at its boiling point, they would basically veil it off so that it won't. Wait, I guess would every world have somebody who can, or some people who can basically go to and from different worlds?
I think maybe they should, yeah.
Because I mean, if they have a veil concept, that would mean that that's a regular thing, right?
Yeah, and they'd have to like tell Meridian that it's happening too. Otherwise, that's just like a bullshit thing to do to a place.
Yeah, it's just like veil them out,
Yeah.
and then they're like, what?
Yeah, so they
it's
definitely
like lockdown without telling them.
Yeah, exactly. So they'd have to like go over there and tell them, which means they'd have to have envoys to each of these places.
Either envoys or like magical clouds.
Yeah.
Like Mufasa clouds telling them you're under lockdown.
You guys suck. Get your act together.
Oh no. But yeah, I'm not sure if they would actually go there because I mean, yeah, I think it would be faster to just Skype them.
Skype them. Yeah, okay. Skyping sounds like a good idea.
Yeah, and I think it would be a thing that Kandrakar would be able to do, considering they're like basically the arbiters of the world.
Yeah, that makes sense.
So I guess maybe once they're like seeing that the whole place is under duress, how do they confirm the tyrantness? Are they watching? Are they watching the drama with Phobos and Caleb?
They're probably watching the drama with Phobos and Caleb. Let's be real here. They don't have a lot going on in their lives other than assigning new guardians every.
They have like a drama
years.
meter.
Yeah.
And then it's just like ding ding ding. There's this whole thing happening in Meridian.
Yeah. They pretty much be like they just they're on Twitter all the time, and like everybody in Meridian is having a moment, and they're like, "Oh God, okay, we need to do something about this."
Oh, or would actually, what if we magic it up?
Okay, I'm open.
Like
to this.
What if? Well, I mean, world channels. Maybe they could be like these world orb things in Kandrakar. And then maybe when a world is under duress, it starts being like clouded or like dark or like getting cloudier. And then they're like, oh, something's happening to the peace of this world. And then they go check it out with cloud vision.
Yeah, that's a great idea.
So I guess that's how they find out. But then, wouldn't the matricide also be like a turning point that Kandrakar would also see?
Yes. Yeah.
But then, wait.
See it, but it wouldn't be a huge like cause for concern because.
Oh yeah, because they really... don't know. Actually, how much can they see? Would doctoring documents be under the radar of basically the world peace stuff? Because it's. Oh, I guess it would. Because it's looking at the state of the whole world, right?
Yeah, like they wouldn't really be paying super close attention to stuff like that. Anyway, I don't think they'd like get super anxious about the usurping of the throne because they're, they don't know how it's going to affect the world yet. They don't really think that it's going to be a big deal yet. So they're like, okay, we'll see how this plays out. Maybe it's for the best. Yeah,
I guess they have like color-coded signs like, I don't know, yellow is for, something changed, but we'll see.
Events,
and then
like,
code red is like, oh gosh, they are, there's like a whole rebellion. And,
yeah. Does that mean
I think that would make sense, yeah.
Yeah, does that mean you can't be colorblind to work in Kandrakar?
Oh, maybe there's like symbols to accompany.
maybe there's symbols, yeah.
Yeah, let's make this colorblind friendly. And
yes, let's do that. Okay, so we managed to fix a lot today.
Oh yeah, we did actually.
All via Cedric.
Yeah. Basically all the problems he would have ordinarily posed.
Yeah.
I guess for now we summarized. I guess we figured out Cedric, his powers, also why he's on Earth and what he's doing on Earth, and how we kind of made him more competent and yes, more of relatable. Well, not really relatable. Maybe we gave him a crumb of niceness.
Yeah, we gave him like an emotional tether to the dimension of Earth as opposed to him just being here for asshole reasons.
Yeah. So he gets like a bond with the bookstore owner and then a bond with Elian.
Yeah. And he's also, like, on the side, like, kind of having an intense rivalry slash just, like...
Oh yeah, the rivalry with Caleb for, like, Phobos' attention, and then it gets spicy.
It gets so spicy.
Sometimes.
Dang, okay. Yeah.
Probably when they were growing up also.
Yeah, I mean, absolutely.
Because, I mean, the whole rivalry probably started even when they were, like, young.
Yeah, they probably were, like, making eyes across the Meridian football field or whatever. I don't know if they had
football field.
Well, I don't know what their playground in the Metamoor
Is this like high school AU?
Well, I mean preschool. Like when you see someone you just really don't like as a kid, you just like, you just glare at them.
Basically.
Yeah.
They Spades relationship their whole life.
Yeah. Long-lasting Spades relationship. Yeah, so we've acknowledged all of this stuff, which means maybe next week we'll actually get to talk about Cedric's relationship with Cornelia, finally.
What? You mean Caleb?
Yeah, sorry, Caleb's relationship with Cornelia. I'm sorry, I get all their names confused because there's all the letter C.
Yeah, same. I mean, I was kind of saying Cedric instead of Phobos back there.
Yeah.
Gosh.
Yeah.
So yeah, we figured out Cedric, we figured out also the Veil timeline.
Yeah, we figured out Cedric, the Veil, Kandrakar, Elian, like all of these things that are kind of ancillary to the problem at hand, but they're still kind of a big deal. Yeah. We finally have a concrete idea for all of it. Thank God.
Yes. Gosh. And I think for now, I guess next week we could actually start Act 1 or like the first arc.
Thank goodness.
Yeah. Finally. And will we fix Caleb?
Yeah. Will we finally be able to fix this Caleb stuff? Finally.
Yeah. Well, will we get to the Caleb stuff?
Yeah, I mean, we might still be talking about the girls for the whole hour. Yeah.
Yeah, but it's essential.
Yeah, I mean, this is a long-term project. Yeah, will we fix Caleb next week? Probably not, but come listen to us talk about it anyway.
Yeah, stay tuned.
Yeah, stay tuned for more of this tomfoolery. We'll see you then. Bye.
Bye.